Hi, my name is Gia, and welcome to the Superpositions demo. So this is a case study of a student I worked with, Aaliyah, and her story is translated into what our product would be like and how it would function for a student like her coming into our website. So first, she'd come in, she'd sign up, tell us what her name, high school is, and then what activities she usually participates in, maybe like a piano class. So the first stage is that she gets a prompt every single day that she can respond to in either written form or she can voice record it when she's walking between classes or to and from an activity. Then from there on out, she can fill in her college list and tell us where she wants to apply, right? So she wanted to apply to Stanford, Carnegie Mellon, and Williams were her top choices of colleges to apply to. And then we get directly imported what colleges they require for that particular application cycle. If they don't have it released yet, then we'll import the one from the previous year. And then it might typically be similar to the one for that current year, and then roll over once the application cycle actually begins. So the idea here is that once we get her colleges, we can start to then build a repository of what's going on in her life, right? So her academic experiences, her personal experiences, and then extracurriculars. We get a repository over weeks or months of her writing and journaling, whether or not she writes every single day. And then after a few weeks, patterns start to emerge. So in this case, the biggest pattern we noticed in her behavior was the translator. She was translating between the musical work that she was doing and the technical work that she does. She was also translating between a younger generation's vocabulary to speak with her elderly grandmother. And then once we have patterns over a few weeks of journaling, then our platform can then generate and brainstorm ideas for essays, which are then tied to whatever school you're applying to. So Stanford typically asks you for, let's say, maybe what the most meaningful thing in your life is, and then the essay gets matched to that particular idea for that particular prompt. Once we have these ideas, then Aliyah can choose a particular structure. So these are the most common structures that we've seen in good writing. And let's say that Aliyah chooses the circular structure. Then she gets a personalized outline of how she can frame her story and begin writing on her own, which then you have like a Grammarly editor where you can accept or reject suggestions. You can also have version control like Google Docs. You can see your previous drafts. You can share it with a counselor or mentor or parent. And ultimately, you then get feedback on your essay, which is then ready to export into your Common Application itself. And the idea there is that we have an end-to-end platform support for the college application essay process.